They say this is a big rich town. Yay. I just come from the poet's spot. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it this way it goes down. If I mess up, please forgive me. This is my shit. Hey y'all. Okay, I gotta make up for my dry ass review last week, but I could not help it. Like, I just wasn't feeling it. I cannot fake the funk. It seems like everybody was they was like, girl, you was bored as fuck, but we enjoyed you, and I appreciate that, okay? So let's give a little recap. Ghost killed somebody's husband. Teresi is Tommy's dad. Ghost is a philanthropist. Dre is a fucking traitor-ass motherfucker. Tariq is an accomplice to murder, and he wants to go to the school in Connecticut. Tariq is at his Cho interview, and he's doing wonderfully. The guy ends up saying, like, look at your records. His records were really bad in the past. He was saying how he used to get good grades, and now he stopped, and he was saying it was due to his father being arrested, going to jail, and he wants to become that student that he was before. So I was just like, all right, Tariq, you do that. Now, we know the reason why he's trying so hard is because he want to get the fuck out of New York because he's scared they trying to kill him. Ghost and Tariq are in the car. Ghost shows him the phone that's saying that he was proven innocent, that they caught the cop that really killed Greg. And he was saying, yeah, you know, son, like I told you I was going to be innocent. But it's just like, yeah, you're innocent of this. It's like, I hate when a lying ass motherfucker get proven to be telling the truth at one point in their life, and you just really continuously going in, just making people like really have to accept that you were telling the truth. Like, nigga, you've been a liar, you are a liar, you were telling the truth, and we don't give a fuck. Tariq says, you think Kanan's gonna come back to kill them? Ghost is saying, like, nah, you know, it's kind of like their freedom is in both of their hands. Like, he knows if I go down, he go down, he go down, we go down. I don't know, whatever the fuck he says. Tariq was saying, you think he gonna come back because you snitched? Ghost talking about, who said I snitched? Like, nah, nigga. You ain't say I didn't snitch, or like I ain't never snitched on nobody. You said, who said I snitched? Jukebox said it with your snitching ass face. Paz is at Angie's house. Clothes is all over the place. And there's some of Mike's blood on the side of the couch. And I'm sitting here like, are y'all for real? Y'all didn't scrub the shit out of that before y'all went throwing clothes around? That shit seemed crazy to me. Nah, that shit should have been a faint stain. Because I feel like she should have tried to scrub that shit out harder. That shit looked like it was fresh. Ew. Teresi is talking to Tommy. He really wants to meet him. Something seems fishy to me. I don't know. It kind of at the end, it seems like Tony does actually just want to know his son. But at that point, I was just like, what is Teresi up to? So Teresi is saying that Kate has proof. She's got proof somewhere. She's got a piece of paper that is proof that you are my son, that I am your father. Because he wants him to come visit him in jail. And Tommy is like, what the fuck you think I'm about to come visit you? I got mad felonies. He was like, they'll make an exception for me if you could prove that you're my son. Dre walks in, and the crew is basically like laughing at Tommy, talking about which war they about to be in now. But then they saying they happy that the deal has been made. The Jimenezes are happy. Tommy is satisfied, and they can continue with their drug dealing businesses. At the end, basically, Cristobal and Dre is like setting niggas up. Of course, they setting Tommy up to have his empire crushed. Kanan texts Dre, hey, light skin, let's talk money, something like that. I was like, oh my God, if that ain't no like nigga trying to holler at you type shit. Like, Angie is talking with the new U.S. attorney, and it is a black woman. So she's telling her that she's all proud, like, you know, that she's a woman doing her thing too. She's saying how Mike's death closes the Knox case and the Lobos case, and they're just happy that Angela helped with what she could. She gonna say she needs Angie's leadership to help restore the public's faith in them. And I'm like, why the fuck would she need Angie's help? How could the help of the attorney who cut so many corners, who did all this type of shit, who was never punished for all the things she did, she should be disbarred? Like, what? You see, Annalise Keaton got punished harder than Angie, and she ain't do half the shit Angela did. Shit. Y'all watch How to Get Away with Murder? That is my shit. Anyways, and no, I will not be reviewing that. I can't even try to keep up with Power. And the way How to Get Away with Murder be flashing back and going forward and all of that shit, and I ain't start with it, I don't want y'all to be like, bitch, what is you doing? She wants her to be at this gala that's honoring Jamie because he was wrongfully accused. It was like Justice, Destroyers of Justice. No, Destroy Injustice Man of the Year. And I'm like, what? I guess because he was wrongfully accused, but it's like at the same time, it's just crazy to me. Like, all the things that Ghost has done, why is he in the media like this? And it just seems like it all led up to this broad hearing his voice on the radio and on the TV and recognizing it. Anyways, why the fuck would Angie be invited to this ceremony that Jamie is gonna be at? Maybe this bitch don't know that she was fucking Jamie. The new U.S. attorney asked her whether she thinks that Mock or Sachs should make a good new DA or U.S. whatever. Or no, what is it? The head of criminal? Angie's like, why not me? And she's like, you said I saved us from, whatever situation. And I'm just like, is this bitch for real? Why does she constantly act like all the shit she didn't have a humongous effect? Bitch, you the one that got Greg killed? Truth be told, all of this shit is your fault. She did that traitor shit to Greg way back when she reported him for sexual harassment. She got Greg suspended from work, and that's when he became obsessed with Ghost. This whole shit is Angie's fault. Now Greg is dead. All she got is Jamie, so now she don't have to be torn, and now she got a new job. Like, where could shit go wrong? This whole episode, she was being thrown opportunities. Proctor tried to get at her with an opportunity. Mock had came to her trying to get a job or to hire her back. And anyways, Ghost is walking down the street. He's talking to the reporter. He's telling a story about how a girl from his neighborhood got a scholarship to Cho. She decided to take it, and she got out of the hood. He stayed there, and he had some difficulties, but look where he is now, blibbity blah, all of that shit. Cho, really? So now Tariq is going to the school that Angie went to? I feel like of all schools, there are so many private schools in Connecticut. There's a lot of boarding schools in Connecticut that they could have mentioned. So now we hear, and you talking about Tariq happens to be going to the school that Angie went to. So anyways, Jamie's telling her backstory, talking about solo hablo mi verdad. He says that shit so like, solo hablo mi verdad. Like, oh my God. Tasha's being a whore, kissing Silver at her house. Their whole chemistry just looks mad dry. Looks super dry. Super de-duper dry. He says something about the fact that he told them that Sandoval was going to MCC, and 24 hours later he was dead. She says, like, Mike had plenty of enemies. He was a DA. He put mad niggas in jail. You know, he kind of agrees. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, before that, he says, like, Tasha, let me ask you something. Or something he says. And she's like, I am planning to leave James. Like, bitch, who even asked you to? Where's the scene where he asked you to leave your husband? Because I haven't seen that. There are some niggas that are perfectly comfortable being a side dude. Just like it's bitches that's perfectly comfortable being a little side heifer. So, I mean, what's really good? She's talking about how she wants to develop a franchise like the weave store with Keisha. She wants to help Jamie get his thing together and then ask him for the divorce so that she can get more in alimony. She was like, then I'll be independent. And he just was like, To me, that shit was like this ain't never gonna be my bitch. But I'm gonna keep fucking her. Look, I didn't get she's a strong woman doing shit for herself, or I admire her tenacity. No, that shit was like I don't want this conniving bitch coming after my little pockets. Brains and Rapey Holmes roll up on Tariq. They thought he snitched, and he talking about, nah, ask Ray Ray. They like, you been talking to Ray Ray? But I was like, damn, Tariq, you snitching right there. You ain't even supposed to mention nobody's name. Talking about ask. No, it's like, nigga, ask about me. Ask who? Nigga, ask around. That's who the fuck. Tariq talking about, where's my cut? They kind of laugh and they walk out. Tariq is in the gym, like, playing basketball, whatever. And I'm like, isn't he in school? How the fuck these two hood niggas looking clearly like they up to something? Stern and Ghost are talking, and Stern is talking about, you're soon to be New York's favorite black. It really irked me because I feel like it's 2017. I mean, I think if anything, Stern is saying shit like that to get under Jamie's skin. I don't feel like any white educated man, I don't give a fuck how racist he is, would just say, like, you're soon to be New York's favorite black. Like, Stern wants to do the presentation and he doesn't want Jamie being like very Afrocentric or whatever. He says that you brought Tate in and now he done fucked up the vibe and he ain't feeling Jamie no more, so he don't want him being a mouthpiece. Tommy is looking for his birth certificate, smashing mad shit in Kate's house. He looking through all types of boxes, going crazy. He threatens her and she's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hurt me? So then he kind of get real close, grab her chin on her neck and said, what do you think happened to Holly, ma? She looks down at that necklace around her neck and she get the picture like, right there, point. She had to point harder, like, right there. Tommy finds his birth certificate, and he even had Teresa's last name. His name was actually supposed to be Thomas Teresi, and she changed it to Egan. And I was just like, damn. So, like, he actually did want to have a relationship with Tommy. She said that he didn't want to leave his wife. He wanted to take you away from me. That's what Kate said. His wife couldn't have kids. I didn't want them to take you. You were my little baby and everything. And I mean, shit. I don't know how mad Tommy's going to be at his mother, but I understand that shit. Like, listen, I don't know. It sounds kind of bad, but if you think about, like, Teresi clearly, like, had a little something. He had a little criminal shit going on. So he probably did have some money. Now, if he already said, like, I wanted to take Tommy, like, let us raise him, and she wants her son, and then the fact that she knows that he got way more money than her, it seems like at some point Tommy would end up choosing him over her. And being Kate Egan, who was clearly very narcissistic and overly affectionate with her son, Tommy was probably the only hope she had for many years, all her life. Because, you know, Clearly, you know she loved her son. Clearly loved him to a fault, to where now you done pushed him all the way the fuck away because you didn't let him have a relationship with his son. So, not saying that her actions were right, but you see how she got to that place to make that decision. And then Teresi also does say, I did some bad things, like, you know, not everything she says is a lie, but some things she says that it is a lie. But Tommy knows his mother. He knows she with the bullshit. Tommy takes her coke and says goodbye forever. Tommy got his baby back and he drives down the road. Ray Ray walks in to Brains and Rapey homes, and he talking about how he been hearing a lot about them at the precinct. 2 perps, robbery gone bad, they found a box of candy and whatever. They saying how Tariq fucked up the whole situation, and they like, yo, Tariq ain't just any kid from uptown. His dad is a big somebody and he friends with Slim. And then I'm like, why is he calling him Slim? Does Brains and the other guy think his name is Slim? Because I believe he knows his name is Kanan. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he shoots Brain first. Ugly Rapey Holmes try to run away. He gets shot in the back. Dre and Cristobal is setting fires. They are pouring gasoline all over the warehouse. They making a trail to every pallet of drugs, and they set that shit on fire. There's never a point where Tommy isn't being played. There wasn't a point where they weren't being manipulated or blackmailed or double-crossed. I don't know. I just wish this shit with Dre should have came like next season. I feel like it's too soon for this. This shit is, I don't like how it's going with Dre. I don't like how he just switched it up like this. I don't see how anybody niggas underestimated you or whatever. But what the fuck? Like, get your own shit. Why do you gotta double cross everybody to get here? And then Cristobal here. Cristobal encouraging the shit. Cristobal loving it. They speed off and it's fire coming out of the roof. And I'm like, nigga, that shit was too fast. Entourage attorney and Angie are out to lunch, and he's basically trying to scout her to be on his team. He's saying that they will make good partners. Angie is saying, like, you don't even care if anybody's guilty or innocent. And he's like, I really don't. She ends up getting up like she too good for the conversation. I'd have just been like, bitch, sit the fuck down. But he does. He tried to get her to sit back down. But it was just like, you invite me out, we having a little meal. Don't be just getting me up, leaving me here by my fucking self. You and your loose pussy got my client all fucked up. Got your boyfriend killed. Got Mike killed. So then he talking about you ain't gonna pay for my soup. You the one that invited me out. I hate Angela. Dre talking to Tommy, talking about the fire marshal said that it was an electric issue, and clearly that's a lie. Fire marshal would definitely know that there was an accelerant put to cause that fire. So I feel like Tommy real ignorant for not looking into the report. Tommy, you could read. If you don't look at the official report, why the fuck you keep taking Dre word for everything? That narrative doesn't seem realistic to me. Tommy, I feel like he's so instinctual that he should know. He should not be trusting him like this. Julio dies. Julio been your fucking right hand for this long. Julio dies. Dre asked for the job right over his body. Nah. Tommy's talking to everybody. They're discussing the fact that the product is gone. Cristobal is trying to start a movement, trying to get the troops to leave Tommy. And he basically pleads to them like, listen, you could judge a man by who's standing there when times is hard. When you standing in $1 million of ash with your dick in your hand. figuratively. Everybody basically says, okay, we're going to give you that patience that you're requesting. And Tommy tells Cristobal to get the fuck out of here. He ends up telling Dre that eventually he wants to kill Cristobal. Jamie is 51% owner, and he's talking to Tate and saying that he feels like Stern is trying to cheat his black ass, which we know he's being fake, having this conversation. He knows exactly why Stern is cheating you, but I want to know the exact figure of how much Tasha got from him. I really feel like that's important for the storyline for me. I want to know how much Tasha fucking took from Stern. All right. Tate says that he'll see what he can do. Ray is in uniform at the school looking for Tariq. Raina says that she doesn't know where he is. Tariq is getting lean with the thick youngin'. They talking about they want to meet before the dance so that he could get some lean before he go to school. Now, I'm wondering why the fuck you ain't just buy a little girl an outfit. Because she was talking about she ain't got nothing to wear to the dance. And I feel like Tariq's response should have been, baby, I got you. Like, I could get you a little dress. And then maybe she wouldn't have betrayed you. But, and then Tariq sitting on the edge of the bed, like, what is y'all even doing? Tasha and Keisha are talking. Tasha is saying how she wants to be legit. Keisha talking about how she doesn't want to have any dealings with Tommy and his drug money or whatever. And it's like, bitch, the way your whole voice is clearly because you hurt. He fucked you and ducked you, and now you just feeling some type of way. Tasha comes clean that she knows that she was fucking with Tommy. It's clear that Tommy hurt her. She talking about, it's my fault. Like, I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like, yo, people that memorize the fucking description of insanity and they be using that shit like you trying to sound intelligent. Like, bitch, you mad old, you got a fucking son, you got a business. If you don't stop fucking with these hood niggas, putting your whole heart into it, getting all broken up, disappointed when a nigga leave you, fuck out of here. If niggas done that shit to you so many fucking times, then you should be able to get over it. Because Tommy sat up in your fucking house. You knew he was just fucking with Holly. All of a sudden, Holly gone. Y'all ain't never had no connection. He known you mad years. Y'all ain't never had no vibe. I don't even feel like you should have took this shit so seriously. You're dumb as fuck. Tasha talking about, you know, finding somebody you love and care about and love you. I don't know what the fuck she said. But Keisha talking about, I know you ain't talking about ghosts with that shit. She was like, girl, fuck ghosts. I ain't talking about ghosts. Listen, bitch, Tasha always got a motherfucking boyfriend while she got her damn husband. Keisha been single this whole damn time. Keisha don't want to hear about you thotting and bopping with all the ghost help. Just shut your thirsty ass up. Stern gives his proposal, and Tate is saying how James is 51% owner, yet the financial schedule shows that he's only a mere shareholder. Why is that? So Stern tries to play it off like, oh, well, I'll definitely check with my accountant and see what type of discrepancy that they've had. I'll be getting this cleared up as soon as possible, because clearly they're trying to get this minority business owner grant. And at the same time, your minority business owner is only a shareholder in your company. Ghost walks out feeling accomplished. He gives Stern 2 taps on the shoulder like, peace, my brother, and he out. Tariq and Raina are talking. Raina comes in to say that Officer Raymond Jones came looking for you. Tariq is saying, like, oh, he knows why he came there. Raina is saying, like, you should tell mom. So he's like, yeah, that's why he coming, because he don't want me to tell mom or dad. So he is like begging Raina, do not tell mom, do not. So she like promising him basically like, I won't tell anybody. Tommy is asking Jason for a loan, or some time. I don't know what the fuck he was asking for. Tommy was just anxious as hell. It was just anxiousness mixed with him being on a little coke binge. Jason really did not want to have that conversation with him, and he says that he wished he put him in the grave with Peter. I don't like how the writers had Tommy going through so much this season. I feel like this season has been rushed. It has definitely been rushed. I feel like Raina's death could have been like a final episode, and they could have like pulled out some other stories after that. Tommy lost Holly last season. It took forever for Tommy to kill her ass, and we was waiting. We were waiting for Tommy to kill Holly. It took a minute. So now all of a sudden we here in this season, and he's already became the jefe of Milan's organization, of his division, got offered the LA deal, faced death. You found out you got a dad. He also has been plotted against by Dre, had his empire taken away. That was a little rhyme. Fuck with Keisha. All in this season. This has been too much for Tommy. I feel like you need to take your time with Tommy. I like to see Tommy progress. I enjoy him. You know what I mean? Tommy goes to Tasha and he's trying to get some clean money from her. He really needs it. She's actually on the phone, so he come in rushing, talking and shit. Tasha is saying like she's done. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to do it at all. She wants to go legit. She told him not to dog Keisha, and he did. So, Keisha don't want no parts of it either. Keisha is walking down the street. Like, why the fuck is you walking down the street dark as fuck? What are you doing? You should be home. Are you coming from the shop? Because you should be taking a cab. You don't got no purse. You ain't got no bags. Like, where the fuck is you coming from? This ain't fucking Thriller. So, oh gosh. Does she got it? Oh, somebody coming. Hi.
Did you sign the anti-bullying contract?
No.
Okay, whenever you can.
Okay.
Just meet me on the field.
Keisha walking on the street. Tommy is like, I ain't never seen you walking so fast with Love and Hip Hop on. Basically, he begs her to give him another chance. He got to clean the money through the shop, and she won't do it. She ends up getting out the car, finally taking a stand after being a fucking thirsty-ass broad all her fucking life. Bach is offering Angie a job. She's talking about, I don't even care what the fuck she says, but just her attitude is just so clear that she has not accepted her role in anything that she's done. She never takes the blame, and she's just a worthless ass piece of shit. Ghost is on the news, and this woman is cleaning up, and she recognizes his voice. He's trying to show off that he bilingual. Jamie's at home with the kids, and he thinks that him being on the news is proving to them that he's made up for him being arrested. So we find out that Tariq is going to Cho, and Raina is not going. She's like, oh, I thought you would be upset that Tariq is going and you're not going. And they look at each other, and it was kind of like, why did y'all even have to share that little suspect ass look? Tasha talking about she doesn't want to go to the gala. She's like, I mean, you don't need me, do you? I was just gonna stay home. Like, they go into the school dance. Tommy there, high as fuck. Tommy wants Ghost to give him the clean money that he owes him. He talking about, how did you fuck it up with the Jimenez's this fast, whatever. I fixed it for you. Ghost just thinks so highly of himself. I just can't stand his ass. So he's like, he didn't fuck it up. He don't know what happened. They burned his shit, whatever. Ghost is saying how Teresi is a loose end. Tommy's saying no, he's family. Ghost brings up Holly and the fact that, yeah, I know you feeling some type of way because Holly's dead or Holly's gone or whatever. And he like, yo, don't bring up Holly. Yo, Tommy ends up Ghost brought up something about him having daddy issues, and Tommy headbutted the shit out of him. Ghost talking about, ow! Yo, I fucking died. Yo. I was like, yes, that was like my favorite part of the whole season. Because Ghost ain't do shit. And then he was walking around with a little shiner for the whole party. And I'm surprised nobody acknowledged that shit. But it's funny because when he met Karen Bassett, he also had a black eye. Now you're at this party walking around with people trying to make it seem like you're not a criminal, but you looking like you be getting in fights, my nigga. Come to find out, everyone is out and Tommy is alone. Dre's planned work. The priest is the only person to actually verbally tell him that he's done with it. Dre's telling him, like, I've been down with you, blah, blah, blah. Tommy's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, I wanted Tommy to shoot him in the head right then. Tasha and Silver are getting real close and being extra nasty. We're at the gala and Stern is talking about the reason why that Cantos didn't end up giving his testimony, whatever. I don't think he ended up saying it. Ghost goes and walks right over to Angie. I'm just like, y'all just really don't have no sense, but whatever. She is named the head of criminal over Mock. She goes and whispers something to the new black lady who the U.S. attorney or whatever. And the lady goes up to announce who's going to be the head of criminal. Mock starts walking up and she says, Angela Valdez. Mock says motherfucker in Korean. And he is mad as hell. Sack's talking about, look, I ain't got time for this. I ain't staying to watch this bullshit. So I'm out. Peace. They're at the school dance and Raina is talking about this is going to be their first birthday apart. Angie ends up crossing paths with Ghost and she's talking about, oh, you had your interview. You said you didn't have a chance to go, but you actually did. She was like, what would have happened if you had went? It's like, bitch, haven't y'all had this conversation? I feel like I've heard it. Like, if y'all don't save this, oh, what would we have done? Like, what the fuck does it matter? And that's what Jamie says. Like, it doesn't even matter. He says, good luck, Angie Valdez. Lorenz Tate walks up with some young nigga from the block talking about, you need to make him whole. I don't know what the fuck he means, but clearly Tate is a conniving ass motherfucker. And at least Stern is up front with his fuckery. Cause Jamie didn't know that Tate was a little sneaky ass motherfucker too. That's the fuck Ghost get for thinking, oh, because he a brother, he gonna just look out for you for not want nothing in return. You tried to play Tate like he was a fool. Like he was an old square ass nigga, but he not. So now he's sitting up here with the black Stern. Crystal Ball sends 2 pages, a.k.a. crackheads, to kill Kanan. Kanan walking up to his door. 1 pager walking down the steps. He busts his door open, smashed the other one behind the door. Niggas coming with knives to kill Kanan. Like, Kanan killed 2 crackheads with 1 knife. Tommy and Tony finally meet, and it was a real nice, pleasant little thing. I like it because it showed them 2 together. It showed them at the same time, and they was just laughing, and Tommy was like, you look like an old-ass version of me. Tariq is outside to meet his little boo thing with the lean, and Ray Ray is at the school. It just seems really dumb for a fucking officer to be in front of the school. Like, somebody could see you, but clearly he just dressed like a regular nigga, so he don't think nobody gonna find out. Tariq ends up dipping off on him, runs a little down the street around the corner. While he hiding, Raina comes out trying to be super save-a-hoe, and she ends up getting killed. She says, I know who you are, I know you looking for my brother, and you need to stay away from him. And he ends up just shooting Raina in the chest. And it was just like, how did that help you? As if Tariq better tell who the fuck killed his sister. And for some reason, he gonna tell his dad. I don't know if his dad is gonna allow him to tell the police. but I feel like he is going to tell Ghost. And from the previews, it looked like him and Tommy is about to go a murdering. And that's what I want to say. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all later for another review. It's probably ain't even going to be something else. It's going to be Power. Because I need to start trying to do other shows. But I don't watch anything like on the day that it comes out. The only things that I watch regularly that aren't like just all at once on Netflix is Game of Thrones and Power. I've been watching mad like old shows on Netflix and movies and all types of shit. Ooh, this movie y'all need to see on Netflix, What Happened to Monday. The shit is amazing. It's very like futuristic dystopia. I love that type of genre. All right, I'm gonna see y'all for another review. Later. Peace out.